Hey guys, so looking at the DP, you might have understood what accident I want to talk about today, and I'll tell you how it relates to, riding and driving skills. Now, firstly, if you read this article, it was on the 13th of July 2020, and it said that the mother and the father passed away, the driver and the son survived. I'm guessing the driver and the son were sitting ahead and they were wearing their seatbelt, and the mother and father were probably sitting behind without a seatbelt. That is why when the impact happened, uh, probably the driver and the son had the seatbelt on, so they survived, but mother and father had no protection, so they could not survive that. Because when the jerk happens, if there is a belt, it stops you from jerking that much or hitting against something very hard. You will hit, but it'll be a little less. Secondly, it does not talk about airbags, so I'm guessing the airbag was not there at all. Neither do I see that in the photo. So the car did not have airbags, but still, the driver has survived, so that's a good thing. Now, when we look at the next thing, that is with regards to, if you look at the position of the car and the truck, and you look at the road is like a one car going, one car coming kind of road. I don't see any markings on the road which tells you that there is a divider line in between. There is no divider line in between. It is a slight turn to the left, right? And it does not seem like a steep turn, so it does not look like the person could not have been able to see. What might have happened is that the car was in a good speed and the truck was in a good speed, and they both have collided. If you look, both of them are somewhat in the center of the road. So two tires of the Qualis were probably on this side, and two tires of the truck also were probably on that side. So just blaming one driver is ideally not a good idea, but maybe he was on a higher speed than this one. They know better, we don't know better. But yes, it comes back to the fact that road engineering, there has to be these markings that will tell you, where, which lane you have to be until where can you go. When you see a left turn, you cannot be at the same speed when you're going straight. You have to slow down for that. And probably if the markings were there and the driver had some guidance, both of them could have been in their own lane, or when they saw each other they could have reacted by going into their own lanes. That's where the road engineering comes in. If you also seen that photo that I have put, I have marked a cow at the side of the road. Now this cow could have also been the reason of the collision. It has happened so many times with bikers that a cow or something comes in the middle of the road. With cars you don't hear that so much because the car does not get impacted so much probably, but a biker gets impacted a lot, maybe because of a dog, maybe because of a cow. And these accidents do happen. So again, the road engineering, there should be some way that you don't allow these animals to come onto the road, which would not affect the drivers that are going by that particular road. So that's what I would like to say. Somewhere we need these things to be looked at. Now, the lesson that I would probably suggest that we take home from this one is to wear seat belts for the one sitting behind as well. I know no one does it, almost no one does it, you can say that, but we have to start somewhere. So if you are watching this video and you feel that you need to take one lesson home, that would be the one. The second lesson from this accident is probably slowing down to the right speed based on the width of the road. You slow down. I've already spoken in one video about what speeds you can ride at and what kind of roads and how many lanes, what speed you be riding at. I'll leave the link in the description below. Have a look at that. So that is the other thing that you could probably take home from this particular accident. And thirdly, airbags. Now, Tatas are doing a good thing by coming up with cars which are safer. Maybe if this collision had a Tata car, there would have been a possibility that the all the four passengers might have survived compared to the way that has happened now. Maybe the crumple zone would not have been that much. Maybe the impact absorption would have been a little better, due to which it would have probably saved the passengers that were there in the car. We don't know, I'm just guessing, so please don't mark my word for it. I'm not saying that the person would have survived because it would have been a Tata car, but just an example. We could be working towards a little safer cars, and if we demand these safer cars, that's when the auto industry will start giving these safer cars. I'm happy that Tata Tiago is selling well now compared to the other cars, so that's a good thing, I would say. So you know Yes, do think about these safety points whenever you buy a car. Please take cars with airbags if possible so that you can survive. Hope not, but if there's some kind of a crash. Yeah. Lastly, the one thing that I want to say is it is not mentioned clearly what time of the day it was. Was it early morning or something? So the last part of this would probably be visibility. Well, was it foggy at that time? Yeah, was it raining at that time due to the visibility was low? We don't know. So that's another thing that could have possibly been the reason of this accident. So I would request, don't just look at the accident and say, oh my god. Think, why did the accident happen? What could have been done to avoid such an accident? And what takeaways do I take from this accident so that I do not land up in a similar situation that this person has been in? So that's all I want to say today. Please use seat belts for the person sitting behind as well, and use indicators for changing lanes as well, not just for turning. Yeah. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.